the federal government is not being responsive, but they're having a very hard time getting the president on the phone.
But Governor Brian Kemp said earlier that he did speak with President Biden yesterday after initially missing his call. As of this morning, he said that he and Vice President Harris were playing phone tag.
I guess when it comes to blatantly lying about hurricane rescue and relief efforts, Fox News draws the line. But that never stops the former president from endangering people for his own entertainment.
The governor's doing a very good job. He's having a hard time getting the president on the phone. I guess they're not being responsive. The federal government is not being responsive. But they're having a very hard time getting the president on the phone. He won't get on, and of course the vice president, she's out someplace campaigning, looking for money. So they have to be focused over here. This is a really bad one, and the governor's doing a good job, but he's having a hard time getting the president on the phone. They're being very non-responsive. We're working with the people in North Carolina now to get them hooked up for communication. And in the meantime, we're at Valdosta, and we're with the mayor and congressman and everybody else. We've brought a lot of supplies. We're with Franklin Grant, who's been always fantastic in these cases. Nobody better.
You know, with a straight face, for an extended period of time, this guy elaborated and repeated the easily provable lie that governors of affected states aren't receiving any communication or help from the Biden administration. Here are Republican governors Brian Kemp and Glenn Youngkin, who both endorsed the guy that just lied in their name.
I just spoke. The president just called me yesterday afternoon. I missed him and called him right back. And he just said, hey, what do you need? And I told him, we got what we need. We'll work through the federal process. He offered that if there's other things we need, just to call him directly, which I appreciate that.
I'm incredibly appreciative of the rapid response and the cooperation from the federal team at FEMA. I've been on the phone over the weekends with the senior FEMA administrator. The team has been deployed. We had our declaration of emergency processed in an expedited way over the weekend and was finalized yesterday.
These two know that the leader of their party is a ravenous liar, completely unwilling to think about even the politics of their support, as he uses this disaster, which has already claimed over 100 lives, to promote himself. They've drawn a line at supporting his lies when it comes to their constituents dying and losing loved ones. But when will they decide that he's not worthy of their loyalty? Because he decided a long time ago that no one is worthy of his.
He had been saying on Truth Social that he believes Democrats, specifically the governor of North Carolina and the federal government, had been intentionally denying aid to Republican parts of the Tar Heel state. I asked him what, if any, evidence he had to back that up. You can see what he said here.
Democrats intentionally not getting aid to Republican areas. What was that in reference to?
Governor Kemp did call.
Where's that coming from?
Biden did call Governor
Kemp yesterday. Any evidence for that, Mr. President?
You got to vote Trump, people.
Very difficult to hear his response there on that clip, Katie, but his answer was, take a look. Essentially, I've got nothing to show you right now. Go find it yourself. Another from the kind of Trump staple of responses when pressed on something like this. I tried to follow up with him a little bit further down the rope line, but didn't have any better luck.
So not only is he lying about federal efforts working with each state's governor, but he's instigating political tensions, claiming that the one Democratic governor is busy divvying up help, purposely keeping it from Republican parts of North Carolina. He posted this: I'll be there shortly, but don't like the reports that I'm getting about the federal government and the Democrat governor of the state going out of their way to not help people in Republican areas. MAGA. Not only does this highlight how incredibly ignorant he is on how complicated that would be, but he's showing that he sees the country so segregated that it's possible to target Republican areas. And on top of that, the reason he thinks Democrats would deny assistance based on political affiliations is because he just threatened to do that with California.
Gavin Newsom is going to sign those papers. And if he doesn't sign those papers, we won't give him money to put out all his fires. And if we don't give him the money to put out his fires, he's got problems. He's a lousy governor. And he treated me very nicely, and I treated him very nicely when I was president. But he's done a lousy job.
And everything he does is transactional, with absolutely zero concern for the people that will be affected. It makes you wonder how the millions of Republicans in the state of California feel about his direct aggression towards their lives and their property, simply because he has a beef with the governor of their state. Are we realizing that as his supporters hope for liberal tears, his vindictive mindset would actually hurt conservatives too? Watch this woman from North Carolina break down just how harmful Trump's latest round of outright lies are when floodwaters are devastating the state.
I just watched Trump in real time on TV lie, which he's really good at, but he's lying about the storms. I have family members and friends that have been affected in different states. And the news media allowed it to happen, and they played it. He said that Biden wasn't doing anything. And Biden's doing exactly what the president's supposed to do by initiating things before the storm even arrived, and also to not go to the areas right away and interfere with the emergency responses that are happening. He talked about getting Starlink set up, and I do know for a fact that satellites have already been opened up. People can already access Starlink. That's how I'm able to get in touch with my sister as much as I am able to via text. He has zero empathy. He cannot take a look at a situation and realize how bad it is, because nothing has ever been bad for him until now, when he's getting caught for all the crimes that he's doing.
She's living in the middle of the results of a self-centered sociopath that has the eyes and ears of enough people that his words can destroy lives. But she wasn't even done.
I don't understand how anyone can support him. I don't get why anyone would be on the fence. He doesn't care about anyone. He's not able to care about anyone. I just think what he did and what these TV stations are allowing him to do is putting millions of people, their lives in jeopardy, and their loved ones who can't get in touch with them. He's spewing these lies to turn them and think that the government isn't doing anything. God damn, the government knows what to do. They've been through enough storms. I wish he would stop lying, and I wish people would stop believing him.
So while communities are literally underwater and mud, and people are still searching for their lost loved ones, this guy is literally campaigning and promoting himself off of their devastation.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Great job.
My kids work for you in Pennsylvania.
Oh, good. Right now?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes,
good.
Sir. Yes, sir.
For the campaign?
Yes, sir.
I like this guy.
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donald Trump.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything. We've been praying for you.
Mr. President Trump. You see that wall? The hurricane did that. That's what Biden-Harris has done to America. That resembles it right there.
And have you reached out to President Biden about federal relief efforts?
No, I haven't reached out to him. No, I think he's sleeping right now, actually.
And he has no reason to stop. He's made it acceptable in MAGA circles to use others' grief and pain for his own satisfaction. And the people that sanitized him for damn near a decade, like Jesse Waters, think that it's all a joke. They think the people that have died in a panic are jokes.
What I recommend her doing is maybe you get a little paper towel like this, like he did in Puerto Rico. That's what the people want.